everyone, what's up? I hope you all are good. My name is SAKSHI YADAV and a very warm welcome to all of you in today's discussion. So today I am going to talk about one topic that is currently is in news. So the topic is Enforcement Directorate. So the topic is Enforcement Directorate because this topic currently is in news, and like in Jharkhand there is one land scheme that is in present. So that's why we are discussing this topic today. So if we talk about like there are lots of corruption prevention of corruption bodies that are present, like if we talk about the Central Vigilance Commission or Central Bureau of Investigation and Whistleblower or the Enforcement Directorate. Okay, so Enforcement Directorate is a corruption preventing body, or we can say one organization. So that's why we are discussing about Enforcement Directorate, because of the land scheme that is in present. So that's why. And if we talk about the ranking, that in India rank 85 out of 180 in transparency. Okay, out of 180 countries, India rank 85 in transparency, because there is one index, that is International Corruption Index. So in this index, International Corruption Index, India got rank 85 out of 180 in transparency. Okay, so like if there are any kind of corruption or any kind of crime that will be in our country, so there are some bodies, like earlier I said that the Central Vigilance Commission, the Central Bureau of Investigation and Whistleblower and the Enforcement Directorate. Okay, so today I am going to talk about specifically about Enforcement Directorate. So Enforcement Directorate, we talk about in the case of 1956. So in 1956 there is no existence, not any kind of existence of Enforcement Directorate. In 1956 there is one body, that is the Enforcement Unit. Okay, and Enforcement Unit talks about or aims to exchange control, for regulation of exchange control. So and this comes under the FERA, that is a Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. This is a one law, that is FERA. In short, we called FERA, FERA, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. So, like Enforcement Unit came in this under this act, that is FERA. So this is all about like 1956, and EU, that is Enforcement Unit, changes to Enforcement Directorate. And Enforcement Directorate is a multi-dimensional organization, comes under the PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay, and the FERA as well, Foreign Exchange Regulation Act. And the third one is Fugitive Fugitive Economic Offenders Act. Okay, Fugitive Economic Offender Act. So like Enforcement Directorate comes under those act. So if we talk about the power of the Enforcement Directorate, so firstly we have to talk about PMLA, because whole Enforcement Directorate is based on the PMLA, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So it introduced in 2002, that is PMLA introduced in 2002 and enacted in 2005. Okay, then if we talk about the power of the ED, so ED can prevent parking of money laundering outside India and inside India as well. The ED have that kind of power that they can prevent the parking of money outside India and inside India. Okay, and also trace the money and trail the money. Okay, so this is a one power that ED have. And the second one is ED got its power to investigation under the section 48 and section 49 of PMLA Act. Okay, so ED have got this kind of power to investigation. So this is under like PMLA section 48 and 49. Okay, so the next question that will come in your mind, that is like when ED come out for taking a step in the cases. So when does the ED step in? So ED step when, like whenever there is any we can say any offense registered under the local police station, so the local police referred it to the ED. Okay, but there are some rules and regulations. Okay, on that basis the local police stations refer the cases to the ED. And like if we talk about the forwarding of the offenses or some kind of issue to the ED, so this is also based on a very strict rules and regulations that come under the ED, and normal case can be handled by the police as well. And if we talk about like FIR, so this will under the police station, that can be in the police station. And if we talk about difference between the police and the ED, so there are lots of difference, but if we give one difference based on the example. So if we talk about like there is any kind of robbery in the nationalized bank. Okay, so like thief stolen some money from the nationalized bank. Okay, and the local police station registered this case, and this case will be forwarded to the ED, but there are some conditions. Okay, if the money of the bank is under the founder of the bank, okay, or the money is at their house of the founder of the bank, at that time there is no interference of ED in that matter. Okay, but if the money is under someone other, so at that time enforcement directorate will go or will step in, because the person is or the thief is using the money of the nationalized bank for their own purpose, or they are buying something for ourselves, or they are spending those money outside our country for property or for something. So at that time enforcement directorate will interfere, because these kind of matter goes to the enforcement directorate. Okay, so we can say this is the difference between the police and the ED. That firstly, police the work of the police is to register the case, and then according to the rules and regulation, according to the condition, the police local police will transfer this case to the ED. Okay, there is no function of the police that they can do something for that kind of matters. And the next question that will come in your mind, that is what are the role of ED and the function of ED. So you know what, there are lots of role of the ED, because ED is a very important body or multi-dimensional organization for preventing the corruption. So there are lots of roles and functions. So first is, we can say, for me there is lots of. So first is that carry out lots of searches, and lots of they can seize anything like related to money, related to property, related to document. Okay, so they can seize and search about money, about property. So this is a role of ED, and this role comes under the section 16 and section 17 of the PMLA Act. Okay, and the second role and the function is like they can call anyone without any information, without any calling. They can question anyone without any calling. Okay, they can seize money, they can search for money, they can search for property, like where from where this property came. So these kind of cases will be under the enforcement directorate, and enforcement directorate search and seize that kind of things. Okay, so like in our country, for money laundering there are bodies like the enforcement directorate. They always prevent money laundering under the PMLA Act, that is Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Okay, so Money Laundering Act come in 2005, enacted in 2005. So from that year, this is in the working, and this is very important for our country, because there are lots of scam. If we talk about land, like currently the news is about the land scam in Jharkhand. So that's why this body is a news, and there are lots of body. If we talk about like Central Vigilance Commission, or the Central Bureau of Investigation, and whistleblower as well, and the Enforcement Directorate. So today, like we specifically talk about the Enforcement Directorate. So that's all about Enforcement Directorate, and you have to know more about this body, because it is a very important body, very useful body for our country, for our economy, and for the prevention of money laundering specifically. So thank you so much.